Today we're talking with Akeem Blake, one of Jamaica's finest. He has matured in the perfect way you would want a young athlete to mature. I'm pretty impressed with the things that he is doing. And I would like to know more about him. So as he continue to perform at his highest potential, we can now relate to Akeem Blake because we have a better idea as to who he is. Akeem, where in Jamaica were you born?
I was born in St. James, but I grew up in Hanover.
In Hanover. What was life like growing up in Hanover?
Well, a bit struggle. I grew up with my father. So everything I'm doing right now, I just want him to be proud.
So what high school did you attend in Hanover?
Merlin at the High, located in Hanover as well.
Okay, Merlin at the High. You know, Merlin is one of my favorite athletes, so I can understand. How did you feel attending Merlin at the High School?
Well, it was good, they put me on the map. It was a bit struggle because they reached a point I outgrew Merlin at the we never have a lot of equipment. But I still stay strong and work with them. So it was nice there. I love it.
Okay. Were you a star in high school?
To be honest, no. As far as I reached a Champs League semi-final, like 2 years semi-final, I was not a star there.
Okay. Well, you are a star now to a lot of people. I think now a lot of us are looking for Jamaica to be back on the map. But we're not putting any pressure on you. But what I personally see so far, I think that you are doing a splendid job in that arena. You know, a few months ago, I spoke with a couple of your training partners, Minzy and what's the name of the other gentleman?
Jazeel
Murphy, yes. And they were talking about how difficult the transition was for them from high school straight into the professional league. They struggled for the most part, but we find that you seem to making a pretty decent transition. What has it been like for you in terms of making the transition from leaving high school and going straight into the pros?
Well, it was a bit rough, Like as I said, my coach, like he said, Akeem, what you put in training, you're going to get out. And I really hungry for it, so I put in the work daily because I really need this. As I said, I want my father to be proud, just me and him. So this is it. So I'm just giving it my all.
You know, Akeem, you're one of the few athletes I have talked to who seem to put your father on the pedestal. I appreciate that because I wish more young boys in Jamaica or young athletes in Jamaica would talk more about their father. Could you share a little bit more in terms of how your father supported you or support you to be where you are right now?
Well, I would say, like, the first time I was coming to Kingston, my father was low on cash, but said that this is what I want to do. So he just go there and ask for money. I didn't give it to me. He never asked much, but I work with it. Mm-hmm. And he support me right through. So I just want him to be proud.
You see, you seem to be a humble young man, Akeem, and I think that is one of the things that is necessary in order to be at the top, work to get to the top, be at the top. Where would you say your humility comes from?
Well, the sky's the limit. Like, I just always remain humble.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I'm not pressuring myself. My board coach not pressuring me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I touch the track, I just go there having fun, execute, same way I execute in training, and that's it.
Well
just
said.
Having fun.
Well said. What are some of the biggest challenges you would say you face from, say, high school into the pros right now?
Well, my school, like, it never have a good program. Like, a lot of things new to me when I just become a professional athlete. So, like, my body is still learning. Like, every time I touch a track, I learn a lot of things. Last year, it was a great experience, so I'm using it right now. So, I'm way ahead of last year. So, yeah, everything is good, man.
You had an excellent season last year. What would you say contributed to that fast, speedy development physically and mentally for you?
Well, as I said, my coach, like, he said, Akeem, anything you put in training, you're going to get it out. And I work very hard. I trust the process. I trust my coach, and few things in training, my work and my starts and everything. So everything just take place the right time, and I got to execute, and everything was good.
You have been through a lot in terms of, coming from Hanover into Kingston. You're learning about your body as you get older. What would you say are some of the most important lessons you have learned along the way so far?
A lot of sacrifice, Sometimes I don't want to go to training, but I have to bend my mind and say, this is the way out and everything. So you have to have a lot of sacrifice in it. You want to make it in this sports and discipline, and trust your coach and trust the process, and everything will be good.
I've seen a lot of athletes fail over the years because of indiscipline. When you say discipline, could you expound on that, where your level of discipline was in terms of high school to where it is now?
Like, like certain things that you try to do in high school, this professional level, we cannot. A lot of party don't work, you have to get a rest, you train the next morning. So it's come out in many ways. You have to just know what you're doing.
I two more questions and I'll let you go, Akeem. In terms of mindset, because I've seen so many try to make this transition that you are making now, and you will see that it requires a certain mindset. The mindset that you had in high school must be totally different as you transition into becoming the athlete that you want to be. Last year you had a good mindset. This year, what's the difference between coming out of high school, your mindset last year, and your mindset this year?
Well, as I said before, I'm really hungry for this, isn't it? Like, in training, I put in the work. So I know when I go out there, I'm going to get the result. So I just put in the work and I go out there and have fun, as I said before. Yeah.
What would you like the world to know about Akeem Blake? Who you are and what you intend to be at the end of your career? What would you want the world to know about you that they don't already know?
Well, everyone, I'm a humble youth. Going out there every time, having fun on the track, I want to help my father. Yeah, that's it for now.
All right. Well, I appreciate talking to you now, Akeem. Is there any final thoughts you have that you would want others to know? Is there anybody you want to send a shout out to for the effort and the work that they have done for you? Is there anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Puma, my supporters, my fans, everyone. And I'm going to shut it off with big up my father,
Yeah.
He's a man behind everything.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, Akeem Blake. I won't put any pressure on you, but I like what I see, and I hope you will continue to stay focused. Thank you very much for this interview, Akeem, and I wish you all the best in all that you do.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.